This is AMI Audiobook Review. I'm your host, Jacob Szymanski. Let's look at the What's Trending list. This is the New York Times bestsellers list as of February 9th. Let's check out the fiction list. This is the combined print and ebook category. Rebecca Yarros is killing it right now. She's got 3 books on there. Iron Flame and Onyx Storm are at the top of the list. Those are books 2 and 3 of her Empyrean series. And the third book in the list is the first book in the Empyrean series, Fourth Wing. If you're not aware of the Empyrean series, it's a romantasy book that was absolutely blown up because of Book Talk. And Rebecca Yarros has been around for a while. She has over 20 titles, but this has been her absolute breakout, and she's been killing it, taking the top 3 slots there right now. Although romance generally sells incredibly well, and romantasy has been absolutely blowing up recently. Number 4 on the list is James by Percival Everett, which is a reimagining of the Huckleberry Finn story. That's a classic. And it offers a new perspective on the character of Jim. Right after that is The Women by Kristin Hannah. A nursing student follows her brother to serve during the Vietnam War and returns to a divided America. We actually reviewed that one on that show. You can just look up one of our previous reviews. The short version is it's a pretty goddamn good book. Definitely in the feelings. This is a book that hits you hard. And what I took the most out of it was the effect it has on veterans and the value of memory and even memorials. The next one I want to feature is Witchcraft for Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix. In 1970, a pregnant teenager placed under watchful eyes in a home in Florida comes across an occult book. The next is The God of the Woods by Liz Moore, which we are reviewing next week. Stay tuned for that one. I already finished it, and I quite enjoyed it. It was all right, and I was happy to see that it made it on this list, because when we're reviewing books that are on this list, I know that it's going to get more attention, and guys, I'm hungry for attention, I'm not going to lie. The description is, when a 13-year-old girl disappears from an Adirondack summer camp in 1975, secrets kept by the Van Laar family emerges. There was a lot of elitist rich people hate in this book. I thought that was a funny theme, but done not so tastefully in a way that I thought was tasteful. Let's move on to the nonfiction list. Got a couple titles I want to highlight here in no particular order. At the top of the list, though, is Melania by Melania Trump. Who calls their own autobiography their own name? The former First Lady describes her work as a fashion model, marriage to Donald Trump, and time in the White House. I haven't read this one, but by all accounts, it's pretty trash. How did it make it to the top list? At the top of the list. The next one is The Anxious Generation by Jonathan Haidt. A co-author of The Coddling of the American Mind examines the mental health effects of a phone life on children. Very timely. Next is The House of My Mother by Sherry Franca. Franca gives an account of abuse within her family, who gained a following with their YouTube channel, Late Passengers. Dare I Say It by Naomi Watts. This is a book by the award-winning nominated actress, and she demystifies the world of menopause. The next one is by Walter Isaacson, called Elon Musk. The author traces Musk's life and summarizes his work on electric vehicles, private space exploration, and artificial intelligence, and executing a coup on the American government. No, that'll be the sequel. Hope is by Pope Francis, and this is a retelling of his life in Argentina and coming up to become the Pope. I always like really papal stuff. I think I'm going to check this one out, honestly. We want to keep doing these New York Times lists reviews just to get a pulse on the literary world, what's got people thinking, what's trending. I think it's generally pretty telling as to where the literary world is going, and we want to keep our finger on that.